Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be my February update for my whole collection project pan. This project was started by Becky Loves Kanga and I was heavily inspired to do it from my friend Emily from Emily and Max. I will have both of them linked down below, and you can also search the hashtag whole collection project pan if you like this style of video and want to watch other creators do the whole collection project pan. I know I personally love watching whole collection project pan updates, videos, etc. If you are new to this project, the way it's run is you have your entire makeup collection, beauty collection, whatever sort of products you want to include, itemized in like an Excel spreadsheet or somewhere, and then you randomly generate 10 products at a time to give yourself goals to work towards, or your goal could be to finish a product off, empty it out, hit pan, use goal, whatever it might be. So if you're interested, I will leave playlist link down below. All of the information will be in the description box, but if you're interested in my update in progress for this past month, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, I don't have the most exciting progress to share. I did only end up doing my makeup 11 times this past month, but I really did my makeup super frequently towards the end of January, now that I'm getting settled into my new apartment and just like getting back into an actual routine. Life is starting to feel a little bit more settled, which is super exciting. So I'm hoping to do my makeup even more throughout the month of February and have more progress to share with you guys. But let's jump into it. I do have one product I will be rolling out because, as you guys pointed out to me in the introduction, one of the rules I set for myself is I don't want to be working on any more than 2 of the same product at a time, like makeup categories, and I accidentally rolled in 3 blushes and did not necessarily realize that. So I will be rolling out one of the blushes, the 3rd blush that I rolled in. I'll be rolling out. We'll get there. Okay, let's jump into going in order that I rolled stuff in. So the first product that rolled in was my Patrick Ta Blush Duo in the shade She's So LA, and I am working on the powder version of this. Ironically, this was a product I was also working on in my 2021 whole collection project pan. So I do feel like I almost have the imprint on this worn away. I did only reach for this 2 times. My goal is to reach for this 20 times. I reached for the powder 2 times, but I also did reach into the cream a couple of times as well. There was actually weight change on this product, which I was surprised about. It weighed 89 grams last update and weighs 88 grams today. I still obviously have 18 more uses left to go. This is a product I would have preferred to roll in the like spring or summertime, just because it's a very bronzy blush for me. Here, I'll swatch it. I've been mixing this with my Buxom Seychelles blush just to kind of tone this one down a little bit, and I've really liked the way that looks, but obviously it's a little bit deep for me right now. I still think it's a beautiful product and I'm excited to keep working on that. The second product I rolled in, I haven't used this at all. This is my Dior Forever Skin Glow. I do love this foundation, but I've only recently started to get into like self-tanning. And this is in the shade 3N, which is better for me when I am self-tanned. I do have a self-tan right now. This weighed 133 grams when I rolled it in, and obviously still weighs 133 grams because I didn't reach for this at all. I'm hoping to get a couple of uses at least out of this throughout the month of February. I kind of just forgot about this one and was focused on a couple other foundation products that I'm currently trying to pan. So I do hope to have better progress next update. I am trying to finish this off. And as you can tell, I have over half of the product left to use. I obviously didn't add another line marking because I did not use that at all. Next up, I have a blush out of my Hourglass Ghost Quad, and I rolled in the 4th shade, which I believe is in the shade Infinite Flush. And this I also gave myself a 20 use goal on, and I also reached for this blush 2 times. This is a really beautiful blush shade. It reminds me of Hourglass Mood Exposure. I'm not currently purchasing from Hourglass. Not that it was like my favorite brand before, but I like actively don't purchase from them now just because I feel like they're just not a very ethical company. Wow, that really shears out if you keep shearing it. Anyway, I reached for this 2 times, so I still have 18 uses left to go on this as well. Also, if I did not mention, this weighed 118 grams last update, still weighs 118 grams today. Next up, I have my Sugar Pill Fun Size Mini Color Palette. This is what this looks like. I've decided if I roll in an eyeshadow palette, I want to reach into each shade in the eyeshadow palette at least 1 time before I can roll it out. So this weighed 86 grams last update. It still weighs 86 grams today, and I have reached into this palette one time, and I reached into these 3 shades. So I still have these 6 shades left to use before I can roll this out. I will say, maybe I can get some use out of like these. I mean, not necessarily that I need like an occasion, but I feel like those would be like good March shades. And then these, whatever. Anyway, I still have 6 shades left in this palette that I have to use before I can roll this out. Next up, I have this MAC lipstick. This is in the shade Lustering, and I gave myself a goal of reaching for this 10 total times, and I have used this 2 times as well. It is a really beautiful shade, and I actually enjoyed this more than I remember enjoying it the couple of times that I did use it. You can see when I post over here the picture of the line markings, you can see some visible change in terms of this going down as well. My daughter was also playing with this, so that could be part of the reason there's a little bit more like line change in this, but I'm really excited. I would not have reached for this at all if it was not in this project. So I'm excited to get 8 more uses out of this, and then maybe, I mean, it would take effort to use this 8 times in the month of February, but this is a really beautiful shade for the month of February. So maybe I could get 8 uses on this. Probably not though. And then roll it out next update. We'll see. The next product that I rolled in was the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Bittersweet, which is a very vibrant shade, and I reached for this 1 time as well. I feel like I could create a really fun Valentine's Day look using this on my lips and just do like a really simple eyeshadow look. I gave myself a goal of reaching for this 5 times. I reached for this 1 time, like I said. This weighed 29 grams last update, still weighs 29 grams. And I have a feeling this will still be in for a couple months before we get to roll this out, even though I only have 4 uses left. This is just not a shade that I really reach for all that often. The product that I'll be rolling out comes from my Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette, and I rolled in the shade Super Glow right here. And obviously this is my 3rd blush that would be in this palette, in this project, but I will be rolling this out. I had given myself a goal of reaching for this 10 times, and I did not reach for this at all. Maybe I will still keep this pulled out to try and at least reach for this 1 time. It's obviously a very, very, very glowy product. Just so glowy. But maybe I'll try and do a Valentine's Day look and just do a super glowy pink cheek. I will still try and use this 1 time, but I am still rolling this out. I'm rambling at this point. Yeah, didn't reach for that one at all. I have 2 lip glosses that got rolled in, and I know what you're thinking to yourself. I have 4 lip products going in this project, but I do from each category of lip, so I don't have more than 2 liquid lipsticks, don't have more than 2 lipsticks, don't have more than 2 lip glosses, but I am allowed to have 2 in each of those 3 categories, if you will. So I did roll in my Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade lip gloss. When I rolled it in, there was a little bit of demarcation right here, and I'll be honest, I only reached for this a couple of days, so I don't feel like I can make a new line marking on this, but this is a really wearable shade, and I feel like I just remember to use this and actually just make even a little bit of effort to reach for this. I could definitely see some good progress by the next update. My goal with this one is to finish it off. I am trying to finish up a ton of lipsticks and lip gloss. I am trying to finish up as many lip products as I can again this year. I had a really successful year last year using up a lot of my lip glosses, and I'm hoping to do the same this year, and this hopefully can give me a head start. And then I also am working on my mini Fenty Gloss Bomb in this shade Sweet Mouth. This is my favorite Gloss Bomb shade. It's just a really beautiful baby pink, almost like pearly clear sort of shade. It's just a beautiful gloss. Now I will be honest, I think I only reached for this 1 time as well. There was a couple other balm products that I was working on, and I just kind of forgot about this. I've also been focused on the lip product that I have on my lips right now, which is the Buxom, one of the Buxom glosses I'm currently working on in my Partners in Cream project. So this kind of got pushed to the wayside, but I'm going to try and pull both of these back out and have better progress for you on both of these. My goal is to finish this one up. I forgot to mention this weighed 24 grams in the introduction. It still weighs 24 grams. And then this one weighed 28 grams in the introduction and still weighs 28 grams. The 10th and final product that I'm working on in this project as of right now comes from my Lancome Dual Finish Highlighting Palette, and it is in the shade Sparkling, is it Pesh? Someone corrected me in the comments, and now I'm like, ugh, I can't remember. Pesh? we're going with it. You can correct me again if I'm wrong, which I probably am. I did give myself a goal of hitting pan on this. I do obviously have one pan in this palette already. I would love to hit pan on all 3 of these. And at the end of the year, when I share with you all the pans in my makeup collection, how cool would it be if I could open this up and have a pan in each of the 3 shades. But like I said, I'm currently working on this shade right here. I have used this a fair amount. I feel like I used this at least half of the amount of times that I did my makeup, so like 5 or 6 times. I don't know that there's like the biggest disruption, but I also know, looking at this pan right here, that the pans in this palette are very shallow, so they're not too deep, and I feel like with maybe a month or 2 more effort, I could have another pan in this palette. At the introduction, this was weighing 94 grams, and it still weighs 94 grams today. So those are the updates on the 10 products that I was working on. I am going to be replacing that Natasha Denona face palette, so I will, even though technically it would be rolled in as a face palette, I'm still gonna replace it because 3 blushes at one time is really hard. I have finally updated, like actually updated my whole collection project pan spreadsheet. The only thing I don't have in it right now is my eyeshadow palette collection, which I'm actually okay with, just because I have some other eyeshadow project things that I'm working on throughout my in life. If you guys missed it, I posted a video about like my February palette stash where I included 12 palettes that I want to use at least once throughout the month of February. So I'm okay with not adding another palette to the mix of things. I'm gonna see how many total. 681. So we're gonna do randomly generate a number between 1 and 681. And the only thing, so if we roll in a blush or a lip gloss, we'll have to re-roll. Other than that, I think everything else is fair game. We get number 327, and I will post a picture of what that is over to the side here. 327 in my list is my ColourPop Fashion District blush. So that's a blush, and we will be re-rolling because we're trying to get out of using a blush. So now we have number 225. 225 is e.l.f. Cream. Oh, this is a lipstick. So we're gonna have a second lipstick to work on, which I'm actually excited about this shade. I do like this shade. It is pretty nude, but that's okay. I'm gonna go grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, the product that I rolled in was this e.l.f. lipstick. This is in the shade Cream, and it's this really beautiful but very nude lip shade, although I do love me a good nude lip. I could also put this over top of like a darker lip liner if I don't want it to be this nude. I think I'm gonna give myself, similar to the MAC lipstick, a usage goal of 10 uses on this before I can roll this out. That seems like a good amount for lipsticks. I don't want to give myself a goal of actually using this up because I feel like that would just be a very daunting task and would not keep me motivated. Plus, some of the fun of the whole collection roulette style project pan is to get to roll in new products. So I'm gonna give myself a 10 usage goal on this. Hopefully I'll be able to hit that in like 2 months time and roll this guy out. After that, that is going to wrap it up for today's whole collection project pan update. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I would love to know in the comments below if you're doing anything similar to this, or if you've recently hit pan on anything. Let a girl know. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.